Augers? Augers? Morning YouTube, friends and family. Welcome to the weekend. I have a little workshop work to do today to finish off part of the house that never really got finished. It's above the kitchen stove where the tile falls short of meeting the range hood because I changed the range hood a few years ago and never really closed that gap. So it looks kind of scabby. I also have an end cabinet that has just an exposed box side of the cabinet that doesn't look very good. I'm going to put some veneer plywood on that and hopefully have an otherwise relaxing day at home. Tomorrow we're going to see a play. I'm excited about that. I got 7 eggs this morning. Somebody hasn't been very diligent about checking the coop. Everyone says, oh yeah, I checked for eggs and I only found 2. It's not that big of a coop. I'm gonna get to it and make my cuts, go inside, see how they fit, and see if I can get this thing done. I just ripped the tongue off this tongue and groove board. So now you'll see, but this is going to cover the tile transition to drywall. Now I will attempt to make a joint. This lighting is horrible. I will attempt to make a joint out of these. I have to cut off this header, this little bit, to accept that to go in. Should look good. This is Curry Caputo, and I'm calling to inquire about the driving school. Well, I have a son who is 15 and attends Erskine, and I am interested in your Christmas special. And I saw on your website that you had 3 slots available, and I know the class starts Monday. I see. Gotcha. I understand. Trying to find a driver's ed class for Milo. I may have found one. We'll see. We'll see. This is the spot I'm working on here. Basically, I am trimming out all of the area that you see that's painted yellow right now. There used to be a range hood that was a little bit taller here, so the tile went to the old range hood and not the new one. So it left this gap that I'm trying to deal with tastefully. And I've got some pieces that I think are going to work. Let's dry fit them and see how it looks. Hey, it's not so bad. You know, it really is the simple things in life that give you pleasure. Just when you make a cut and it fits just right and there's no air coming between those pieces of wood, it's like magic. And I love being a part of it. Next step is to get a panel on the end of this cabinet. You see those scabby looking like black screw holes there? It's been that way for 15 years. So I have some 1/4 inch pine veneer plywood that's going to go right over as an end cap on this upper cabinet. And then I'll probably need to get a piece of trim up there because the piece of plywood I have is too short. So I had to come up with some. You know, you work with what you got. Alright, the side panel didn't sit flush with the wall and parallel with my cabinet box. So I've made a scribe line. Remember that? Remember the scribe line where you hold the pencil up and you draw a line and it contours whatever surface the edge is going to? I don't really want to freehand this line on the table saw because it may jump on me. I'm going to do a more refined method using a sander. If I had a belt sander, I'd use that, but I'm just going to sand at an angle like this, at an angle, so that I get a good beveled edge that'll fit nice against the wall. And I'm going to leave my line. And this should work. This should work. It's a good technique. I've used it several a time. Again, a belt sander would be better for this, but my random orbital will probably work just fine. I've got a nice even space between that line and the edge of the wood. There was a little nub down there, but this should fit nicely. Okay, that's that. Oh yes. And the next question is, do we sand and finish, then install, sand, install, and then finish? Geez, you know, I planned to take a little walk down to the river because we'd had a lot of rain and I wanted to see what the water level was looking like. And I said, oh, I'll just do that before sunset. And then this big black cloud just rolled in and settled over the whole area. So it's getting dark fast. I have all my pieces cut and I'm gonna install them a little bit later after the sun goes down, and then I'm gonna finish them in place. I think it's gonna look good. Andre is pleased, and that is really the most important thing. You know, my best friend's father once told me the secret to a happy life is a happy wife. There was some high water here for sure. This log back here was much closer to this log over here, so we could actually use this log to hop. It floated up and moved closer to the bank, so now we can't use it to cross the river, and we're left without a natural bridge. You know, the worst fear is that the ground freezes and then you get a lot of rain, because then it just runs off and it doesn't actually soak into the ground and become groundwater. So that everyone is very glad to have this rain now before the ground is frozen. then my phone died right in the middle of a time lapse. And then it snowed. It got dark. We had dinner. I had 2 glasses of wine. And now we're going to watch a movie. I don't feel like doing much of anything. But I have to watch a movie and make a movie. Hey, thanks for coming with me on my day today. I had a really good one. The most rewarding part is definitely the tight joints in the woodworking. You know, just to see that and not see any daylight between those seams in the wood is just so... I love it. We'll see you tomorrow.